Okay then, Helldivers, we are back and we've got loads to go over today as there has been a brand new update 22 minutes ago to the known issues listing. It also appears that there is some new ship modules that could be up for grabs at some stage as pre-leaked on the Arrowhead live stream that they did not long ago. We've also got to take a look at an interview with Nicholas Mamberg and Alex Ball. Now, there is a lot that they went into inside of this, including a way that the game is developed. It's actually developed in 2 stages, meaning that there's content that we've never ever seen, which is why it takes so long to actually produce. And also we're talking indoor missions and flying shriekers that can pick you up. It's absolutely crazy. We've got loads of info to go over today. If you haven't already, smash that beautiful like button, subscribe with post notifications turned on. It'd be greatly appreciated. Make sure you check out our incredible sponsor, GamerSupps, the company that offer esports athletes and gamers with the most effective and healthy energy drink option compared to those tinned alternatives that we're all used to. Code CloudPlayers at checkout, we get you a cheeky discount. Links in the description. And we're still doing a giveaway of super credits here on the channel. If you want to get involved with it, then head down to the comment section and put in a salute and it'll enter you in. With that being said, we'll announce it in a few days. Let's dive into the game and see what it is that's happening right now. So to give you guys a quick update to the Galactic War map right now, we've got 1 day and 1 hour at the point of recording here on the major order. We have received 74.8% of this being completed. We've got around 25% left over with 1 day remaining. It seems that we could actually well get this done at 20 million successful missions. The idea of this one is going to be quite difficult. If we definitely want to get it done, we need to be doing the lower level missions to get more completed in less time. But it appears that some stuff is going on with Super Earth, as we have now got York Supreme and Equality on Sea being the 2 planets that we've actually got, with the Centro 2 and Remembrance actually being now taken over and overrun by the Illuminate, no longer able to ever be recollected. It's going to be an interesting venture, but Super Earth is still under fire and we could still lose it. We're going to dive into the information on that one in a while, but it does appear that Super Earth could potentially be gone. We're going to see what it is that's happening afterwards, but yes, your personal order for the next 24 hours is to extract from a successful mission against Illuminate 3 times. Very easy one indeed, with a load of dispatches and loads of things happening, including the Eagle rearm time to being decreased by 45 seconds on Super Earth. There's cooldowns that will be increased by 60 seconds on orbital stratagems. There's so much going on with this game at the moment. It's really, really difficult to keep up with. So make sure you stay tuned to these update videos that we post every single day. But moving forward into the back end of Helldivers 2, what is it that's actually happening right now? Well, as of 22 minutes ago, they updated the known issues list, and as you can see on screen, there were already quite a few on there. But as well as that, we've just had that the Leviathans target the power generators and defense missions has now been added on. This has been an extremely frustrating factor for a lot of players, and it's making people not want to do some of those defense missions because those Leviathans, 1, take way too long to actually take down, and 2, they destroy things so damn quickly. So it's making the defense missions really difficult to actively complete. For me, I didn't really want them there to begin with, but it does seem that they will be taken out at some stage or another, or at least will not be targeting the power generators after this one is fixed. Moving on though, Arrowhead actually did a interview process with Vandella and Mitchimus, and this was an interesting one because they were playing some games inside of their portal, and what we saw was actually quite funny. It was the main level 6 ship upgrades that we've all been waiting for ages. Now, what is it that actually gives us that indication? Well, there was a Reddit post that went up that states right here, new tier 6 ship modules shown on the Heart Democracy update stream, and we can see that there are now flag panels down near the Galactic War map. Now, after a little bit of digging around and some help from some of the Discord moderators in our Discord, we actually managed to find that there are, well, loads more that we haven't seen, including double railguns in the front of the Super Destroyer, flag panels all over the place, including next to your main ship module panels and over near the back end. This is amazing because actually this could mean that new ship modules could be coming at some stage or another. It was a really good find and something that they definitely slipped up on. They need to be careful which development mode they're actually using when they put up these live streams, but yeah, it does seem that either the development team have different ships or there are some upgrades coming to the future. But what is it that we need to talk about with regards to the PlayStation interview? There was a PlayStation podcast which featured Arrowhead's Nicholas Mamberg Bloomberg and Alex Ball, and they actually went into a lot of information. This first piece right here, though, is how the game actually has 2 stories. This is absolutely huge because it essentially means that they're doing double the work every time we hit a big part of the story arc, meaning that there are different storyline narratives that are developed, which kind of gives us a bit more of an insight as to why it takes so long to actually build each update as they go forward. Essentially, what it is that they have 2 different story runs, and then we decide exactly what happens based on the decisions that we make inside of the game via the wins and the losses via major orders. There is actually a storyline where Super Earth is taken over. There's also a storyline where we actually manage to win over Super Earth. Take a listen to what it is that Nicholas and Alex actually had to say.
They could lose Super Earth. We've accounted for it. We made sure that that can happen. And or they might repel the invasion, which is also fun with as a developer sometimes when you you do a lot of work and then you don't know if half of it's not going to be seen, but it's important for giving them the agency to decide some of the things in the universe.
Okay. Now, this for me was really, really interesting, and it opened up a lot of insight with regards to how it could actually operate moving forward and why it is that it takes so long to get some of this stuff out. Yes, I do agree with the things such as stratagems, armors, war bonds, and so much more. It is obviously a longer stead than what we actually require, but when it comes to these big update processes and how it is that they are actually pushed out, there is a lot more to this than what you may well think. What's actually interesting is that they don't know what's going to happen, and there are different narratives that we can run down where Super Earth could very well be taken over by the Illuminates, and we could lose it, or at least for now. After that, though, they went on to talk about some other interesting information which you guys have been asking about, including indoor missions and flying shriekers that pick you up. These things were put across Reddit for months upon months now, and these are things that they've actually already worked on, tried and failed. And the indoor missions were something that they stated that they did try, but it never really worked. This is quite conflicting based on the factor of what we've seen in the latest Arrowhead interview on their main channel with regards to what it is that they could come up with. Basically, Vendela was speaking about indoor missions and said that it would be very cool, but she can't say anything on the matter, which essentially says 1,000 words on its own. So this one is a very interesting one. Take a listen to this.
We had indoors, which never worked well. Never worked well. But we had stuff indoors. Very early we had vehicles. We had a while shriekers came down, picked you up and dropped you in random places, and it's feature creep the game in so many ways. There's much more other things that I can mention that we tried.
So yeah, it seems like Arrowhead is always cooking harder and harder, and there are loads of things that they've been working on for quite some time that maybe isn't just completely finalized yet. Some things that you guys have been asking for that may have already been in the works since before you even asked for it. I think that overall, Arrowhead has got what they call lightning in a bottle here, and they just need to be able to release the top. They are going to be releasing this stuff in a timely manner, and they've now finally managed to hit their point where they can essentially drip feed this enough that the game will have a lengthy lifeline of years and years to come. Hopefully, though, they do listen to some of this stuff and actually make those iteration changes, such as the indoor missions and the flying shriekers that can pick you up. I think if they manage to get those things working in a very cool way, then this could really be a interesting input. But it does lead us to believe what the hell it is that they could bring forward to the game next. Let me know your guys' ideas via the comment section below, because we know that Arrowhead do look at these videos, so you never know. Some of your featured comments may well make it into the game at some stage or another in the future. Now, taking a look at your top comments, though, from the previous video, we did our Reddit Sunday, the first iteration of hopefully many, and it actually went down very, very well. So a massive thank you to all of you guys who watched that or got involved with it. Since then, you've been posting up on the Reddit loads, and it's been really cool to see your clips, ideas, theories, and concepts. So keep it coming, and I will see you on next Sunday with regards to the next iteration of that. But this one right here is a comment coming from General Logic stating, "Bro, who redesigned the Liberator thought he was clever, but he missed the fact that the purpose of the bullpip design is to maintain the length of the barrel while shortening the overall length of the weapon." A very interesting one, but yeah, a lot of people had a lot to say with regards to the concept piece that they made for the Liberator carbine, and I'm really, really glad that it's not actually that case, but everything is designed for a specific reason, and I think we kind of need to understand that. Moving forward, though, this next one states that Seath Warbond would be neat. Now, yes, it would be neat indeed, and we've had a lot of conversations in the comment section about that one. Some of you guys still think the idea of it is possible. Some of you guys think that it won't be, but it's all one of those where you have to think about the narrative and see where it goes. But in all, it's on Arrowhead to make that final decision. And seeing this next one right here states the reason the Liberator is a bullpit design in the first place is to make use of the longer barrel in a more restricted package. For those who are not aware, the longer the barrel, the faster the bullet goes and the more effective it becomes. So essentially, having the length on that weapon genuinely makes it a little bit more worthwhile. Now, unfortunately, that's all we've got time for today, but thank you so much again for all of the love and support over the last couple of weeks. Hopefully, we can get some of these cool concept ideas and new series coming into the Helldivers realm here on the channel a little more often. But that's been your news today. My name's been Cloud. Thank you so much again for watching. Appreciate your faces. Like, subscribe, and as always, I'll see you in the clouds.